boys and girls, for this assignment, you're going to be looking at groups of tens and ones. And so this is the story we practiced in class. And so you are going to look at the flowers. And it says, we need flowers for every one. How many flowers can you count? And we need to see how many groups of 10 and how many left over. So you've got the groups of 10 already circled. So I can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 10. And remember how we talked about the other day that we represent groups of 10 with a straight line. Okay, not a really tiny straight line, a nice size straight line. So one group of 10. There's my second group of 10. There's my third group of 10. And my fourth group of 10, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 10. I'm also going to go ahead and put the number 4. Then I need to look very carefully at the picture because my leftovers are going to be somewhere in the picture, and you need to really look to make sure that you see. So I've got 2 leftover flowers here on the table. And so those are my leftovers or my ones. And remember, when we represent ones, we are going to use circles, little dots. So I have to put 2. So there's 1. I'm not going to make them teeny tiny. I need to make them big enough so that they can be seen. So 1, 2, and my dots aren't very good there, but you can try and make yours probably a little bit better when you do it with your writing tool. But they're my 2 dots to represent my 2 leftover, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the number 2. So I have 4 groups of 10, and I have 2 ones. And then I want you to go back and count to yourself. 10, 20, 30, 40. Now I can't count by tens anymore because that was my last group of 10. So now I need to count by ones. So I'm 40, 41, 42. And up at the top, I'm going to write my number 42. Okay, and then you would go on to your next page. Let me go ahead and erase my 4 tens that I had. And when you go to your next page, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to look at the groups of 10 that are already circled for you, and then look very carefully for the leftovers for the ones. Those might be a little bit harder to see, but they are there, so make sure you look to find those leftovers that will be your ones. Okay, so on your next page, just like the story we saw in class, let me finish erasing this. There we go. You have your plates. So count your groups of 10. Draw your lines to represent your tens. Check to see the leftovers. Use dots to represent the leftovers, which are your ones. Go back and count by tens and add in your leftovers, and then write the number on the top. And you've got the ones with the ice cubes. Remember, her leftovers are right here. And you have the one with the guests at the table. So you have your group of 10, and then you have your leftovers. Okay, remember, you use lines to represent your tens, dots to represent your ones. And if you forget what to do, go back and watch the first slide. That's where I have shown you what to do.